World Series ring. Defiance is thy name.
Well, the Dodgers get to the general manager's meeting, and they're getting bombarded. And Stan Kasten, the CEO, just kind of unraveled in Vegas at the meetings, met with the media, and just totally defiant. We did not buy a championship. We spent, we invested, and we grinded and earned this World Series ring. He's really in grudge mode. He's kind of steamed also on behalf of Dave Roberts, who won't say anything about it. Do you know, in the voting for the managers of the year, Dave Roberts got not one vote.
What?
Not one vote.
Really?
Now, there's no doubt that what happened, Milwaukee's manager won the National League Manager of the Year for the second year in a row, spectacular season. But through all the adversity of what Dave Roberts went through, and his team beat every one of the other guys that got all the votes for managers of the year in the polling. So the Dodgers in a little bit of a grudge mode there.
That's a fair point on Roberts.
Okay, next topic as it relates to the Dodgers. Left hand says, open the checkbook baseball, open the checkbook, going after Kyle Tucker. Tucker's represented by?
Scott Boras.
You're going to sign Kyle Tucker, 273 lifetime hitter, to a 10-year, $400 million contract. Dodgers are shaking their head on that. I was told the Dodgers are talking trade with Cleveland, which is going to trade Stephen Kwan because they're not going to re-sign him, which is ridiculous to me. Lifetime 281 hitter, a little bit of pop, runs, chases balls everywhere.
He's an all-star too.
Exactly. The rumor is the Dodgers are willing to offer one of their top young pitchers. You pick the one you want at Cleveland. I was told either Landon Knack or Bobby Miller. They're willing to offer one of their top AA outfielders. Remember, we've talked in the past about this kid, Zaire Hope, the other kid, Joshua DePaula.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them have had really good careers. Evidently, they're willing to offer at least 2 for 1, maybe 3 for 1 to go get Stephen Kwan rather than do something else like Kyle Tucker. Will find a relief pitcher. Interested in Devin Williams. Yankees did not do well. Prior to that, Milwaukee, really good relief pitcher. I don't know if the stage was too big. He didn't cope with it. His ERA was 4.79 in Milwaukee with the Yankees after he went there after the trade. That's terrible. But there are other alternatives. If it's not Devin Williams, although I was told they really like Williams because of past relationships. If not him, Peter Fairbanks, Tampa Bay.
Oh, yeah.
Where did Andrew Friedman come from? Tampa Bay.
Right.
Peter Fairbanks is one of his guys. Robert Suarez, the Padre. They're backing off Edwin Diaz of the Mets because of health issues, and Diaz wants mega money. Or Brusdar Graterol has been cleared and is going to come to spring training, and he might be a setup guy and a closer to work with Roki Sasaki. And, of course, waiting in the wings is still Evan Phillips. And they do still have one more year to go on Blake Treinen's contract. They got to get him totally healthy. So this is really interesting. The Dodgers have all these things out there, different ways to address their need for a left fielder, different ways to address their need for a relief pitcher. I threw a lot of stuff here. Quit fouling off pitches. Just hit one to right field. Give me your opinion about the Dodgers.
Stan Kasten needs to call it like it is, man. They bought the championship. and like, I'm not saying that's a bad thing.
It's baseball.
Yeah, it's baseball, and teams sign free agents, and Padres are writing checks, and the Yankees are writing checks. Well, the Dodgers wrote a lot of checks and put a lot, on the credit card with all these deferrals. But, they bought a championship. Every one of those starting pitchers they bought. Probably 6 out of the remaining 8 position players they bought.
Or traded for. Inherited the contracts.
Yeah, but they end up, giving them a ton of money. I mean, they got Mookie Betts over here, who was a former World Series MVP. Freddie Freeman, another former World Series MVP. They make the deal, they pay the guy. Yeah, they bought the thing. I mean, but again, I don't blame them for that. I mean, a good organization needs to go out and find talent and pay the price and make the deals, whether you're doing it for money or for players in a trade, to do it. And so, they deserve a tip of the hat. But yeah, everyone's going to take shots at him. I mean, if you're the number one, you're the top dog, everyone's trying to tear you down. So yeah, he's at the winter meetings?
GM meetings.
The GM meetings. Did you hear the story about the pickleball?
Yeah.
Well, the Padres the team ended up finally beating the Dodgers for the Major League Baseball pickleball championship.
They're ruining pickleball. So what do you think about the Dodgers in this Cleveland trade versus the Dodgers dealing with Scott Boras?
Well, again, the Dodgers can do whatever that Dodgers want to do, and it is interesting to your point. Kyle Tucker would want 10 years, 400 mil
Because of
Scott Boras, but because of the marketplace too. I mean, they see what they're spending, and that would be a logical price tag for someone like Tucker. So is the Kwan deal maybe better? I mean, Kwan is solid. He's kind of like a Luis Ariz. He's a contact guy, gets on base. Is he worth a 3-for-1? He's a hell of a lot better than Conforto, and that's who they really have to replace. So yeah, those sound plausible.
Okay. Dodger fans, feel free, jump on board. Your reaction to all things coming out of the general managers meetings, because we cover baseball the way it should be covered. We're not done. Let's go.